Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. We're going to do another review and comparison today, this time over the Droid Escape set 7106. This released initially in 2001 and had 45 pieces. It cost $6 and now used it ranges for about $16. And we're going to directly compare it to the 2016 Droid Escape Pod, which you can tell there is quite a bit different. They have remade this pod 3 times. I do not have the middle version, but I actually think that the middle version is pretty inferior, so I don't really care to ever pick that one up personally. Yeah, so here we are. There's our very small little 45-piece set, and I gotta say, I quite like it. It comes with 2 minifigures, which I think is a great deal for $6. You get a pearlescent C-3PO in like that light pearl, and then the printing on the torso is very dotted. This is the C-3PO we used to get, and it is in pretty good condition. This is secondhand for me, so nice C-3PO. And then we get R2-D2, and this is the old style R2-D2 with the really teeny tiny top printing. I don't really know, I guess they just didn't have a stamp advanced enough to cover the whole dome like they do now. But to me, I always thought, even before we got the new R2, I always thought this sticker was really weird, or the stamp rather, and it's on a little bit crooked. Nothing too crazy, but yeah. Not too bad. So we get 2 nice Droid minifigures, and then we get the pod itself, which is just this little round thing. As you can tell, this has some old dark gray in it, and some of this dark gray is really old looking. You can tell it's probably, I don't know, it looks like it's been stored in the heat just a little bit because it's like really dark. And as I try to fit it back on there, I did supplement a couple of pieces in this. I didn't want to, I was like so close, and I had some pieces that were pretty close. So it's not 100% accurate. As you can tell here, the grays are a little bit different. This is the new dark gray versus old dark gray. And then same thing on the top. It's not too bad. It doesn't bother me too much. And I do have all the pieces. They just aren't necessarily in the right color. I do really also like these big panels. These are not stickers, so I appreciate that, but it gives a lot of detailing. This pod is very round. This part is the bottom engine, so it's supposed to fly like this. That's the escape pod from the Tantive. And so we don't really have any engine detailing other than just kind of like this bottom cone and then maybe some flight thrusters. That's always how I've imagined these are. They like puff air to help you get to where you need to go. Same thing on the top here. You can also flatten them down if you prefer. And then if you take off the top here, there is nothing inside. I believe that piece is also an added piece. I think that piece should be blue, but I only had a dark green, and it works for me. So don't hate me too much. But this is the inside. There's nothing to it, but you can put your minifigures in here if you'd like, just like that. And then you just have to line up the top to close it back correctly. It's not the most supported. These little yellow pieces here are the things that keep the sides together, so it does fall apart sometimes. But I think it does, for the time, for 2001, it does the job. You got a very interesting looking pod, and I think that it does the job well. It actually looks pretty dang good displayed open like this. I really do like that aspect. So for $6, this was honestly amazing in my opinion, and I don't think they released another one, I think in like 2004 or something. It's a little bit different, and I still think that this one is superior just due to this printed piece and just the overall look of it. I think looks a little bit better. But we are going to compare it to the new, I say new, it's like 2016 version. One thing I also do like about this in comparison is this is just a weird me thing, but I like how creaky it is. It's like creaky old plastic, and I don't know, I like it. Call me weird. But there's that in comparison to this, which is a lot heavier. You can tell this one just is built up a whole lot more, has way more pieces, and yeah, just better detailing overall. So in direct comparison, there is no comparison. But I am really nostalgic for the original one. The minifigures that you get in this set are the exact same, but we do get a new detailed version of C-3PO and a new version of R2-D2. So they are superior in that way in terms of printing. A lot more detail, but it's really nice. Overall, I still like it. So here is the new pod. We have some engine detail. In comparison, we do not have engine detail there. These are all stickers though, so I definitely mark that as like a a mark against this set here because you have to line up these stickers really, really well versus just having this really nice printed part, which I do prefer. And then the top is a little bit more detailed. Obviously, we have like what would be a viewport, and it's built up a lot more on the top. So it is quite a bit taller. It is also heavier because on the inside here, you open these two panels and there is just a world of detail. In comparison, there is no detail. So that's your direct comparison there for the interior. This one definitely wins by a long shot. Say what you want about nostalgia, but this one is better. You can't really deny it. Interior has some stickering showing that the pod's going to Tatooine, and then this is a little viewport of the Star Destroyer there, which they are flying away from. A small little gauge up front, and then you can have C-3PO and R2-D2 sit in them, specially. And the best part about that is you can actually close it up around them versus this old pod, you just have to place them in there and then put this top on. So they wiggle around and rattle, but this one stays shut. I think that the pod opening like this, oops, there goes my centerpiece. The pod opening like this is actually more accurate to the movie, in my opinion, than it opening up like this, if I do recall. But I really like the way this is built. I think that that's definitely just better. But I do appreciate how this old one was so small and so cheap that you got a full-size escape pod. It just is, as you can tell, not as sturdy as the newer model. Lots of pieces tend to fall off of it, but it still has quite an iconic look. But anyways, yeah, that's basically them. Guys, I'm curious, what one is your favorite? The opinion is yours. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.